In the silence, they are constantly thinking about the moment they will hear your voice again, feeling an overwhelming need to connect. They can't stop imagining the sound of your voice, the warmth it brings, and the excitement that pulses through them with every thought of you. Each passing second without you feels like an eternity to them, and their heart races at the thought of finally hearing from you. The urgency in their heart is like a storm, overwhelming and all-consuming, urging them to make the call they've been holding back. They crave the sound of your laughter, the comfort of your words, and the joy that only your presence brings to their soul. No matter how many times they've tried to push it away, the desire to see you is stronger than anything else, and it's pushing them to reach out. Their thoughts are filled with the anticipation of your voice, imagining the connection they've longed for, and now they can't resist any longer. In their mind, your face is the only thing they can see, and their heart aches with a desperate longing to finally feel close to you again. They're standing on the edge, their fingers hovering over their phone, torn between fear and longing, knowing that reaching out could change everything. The thought of you is both their obsession and their salvation, a constant pull they can't ignore. Every beat of their heart echoes your name, a constant reminder that they need you in their life right now. They are on the verge of calling you, their thoughts racing with the hope that the moment they've been waiting for has finally come. Their mind is a whirlwind, filled with all the words they wish they could say to you, all the feelings they want you to understand. They can't help but imagine your reaction when they finally reach out, their heart skipping a beat with each passing thought. In the quiet, they hear the call of their own heart, urging them to reach out, to connect, to make you see how much they truly care. Every moment without you feels like an ache they can't soothe, and their thoughts are consumed by the desperation to change that. They are lost in their thoughts of you, every day imagining what it would be like to hear your voice again, to feel the warmth of your presence. Their hands tremble with the anticipation of hearing your voice, knowing that one call could change everything between you two. They are desperate to see you, their soul crying out for the connection that only you can provide. With every thought of you, they feel a magnetic pull that grows stronger, urging them to finally break the silence and reach out. The fear of rejection is nothing compared to the longing they feel to finally hear your voice and see your face once more. Their heart beats faster at the thought of you, and the idea of you not answering brings a chill they can't shake off. They've waited so long for this moment, and now, as they reach for their phone, the excitement and nervousness intertwine. They can't think straight when it comes to you, their emotions swirling like a storm, making it impossible to resist the urge to call. Every fiber of their being is calling out for you, urging them to reach across the distance and connect in the way they've been longing for. They are on the brink of reaching out, their heart pounding with the hope that you feel the same urgency and longing. The thoughts of you are constant, and they feel overwhelmed by a desperate need to hear your voice, to reconnect with you. In every moment of quiet, they hear the echo of their own feelings for you, a longing that refuses to be silenced. Every part of their being is calling for you, and they are finally ready to listen to that call and reach out to you. The fear of vulnerability fades when compared to the need to hear your voice again, to feel the warmth of your presence. They feel as though time stands still whenever they think of you, and the urge to call is becoming impossible to ignore. Their thoughts are consumed with the idea of you, the hope that you're feeling the same pull they can't escape. The connection they crave is undeniable, and the only thing stopping them is their own fear of the unknown. They want nothing more than to hear your voice, to feel that sense of peace only you can bring into their chaotic thoughts. They're on the verge of calling you, wondering if you feel the same urgency, the same pull that has brought them to this moment. Every conversation with you lingers in their mind, and they yearn to recreate that moment once again, desperate for the connection. The thought of you fills them with a sense of longing they can't ignore, and the idea of calling you is both thrilling and terrifying. Their thoughts are a constant dance between fear and hope, wondering if the moment they've been waiting for is finally here. They feel you calling them in ways words cannot explain, and now they are ready to pick up the phone and make that connection. Their heart races at the thought of finally hearing from you, knowing that one call could change everything between you. Every time their phone buzzes, they think it might be you, their heart hoping for the call they desperately desire. They feel as though they've reached a breaking point, unable to ignore the pull you have on them any longer. Their mind races with questions. Will you pick up? Will you feel the same urgency in their voice? They are caught between the fear of rejection and the overwhelming need to call you, to hear your voice again, to bridge the gap. Their heart aches with a love they can't express, but they know that calling you is the first step toward unraveling those feelings. They can feel their heartbeat sync with the thought of you, their mind lost in the idea of you picking up and responding. Every second that passes without hearing from you feels like an eternity, and they can't resist the pull to finally make the call. They can feel the electricity between you two, the tension in the air, and they know it's time to call you and find out what happens next. The yearning they feel for you is a constant companion, and now as they hover over their phone, they can no longer resist. They feel an almost magnetic force drawing them toward you, and with every passing second, they get closer to reaching out. The ache of missing you grows stronger with each thought, and they know it's time to close the distance between you and them. Their thoughts are a whirlwind, a constant reminder of what they've been longing for, and now they can't stop themselves from calling. The longing in their heart has reached a breaking point, and the only thing that could soothe it is hearing your voice again. They feel the weight of their emotions pressing down on them, and the only way to release that pressure is by calling you. Their thoughts of you are relentless, a constant pull they can't deny, and now they are ready to make the first move. The idea of you hearing from them fills them with a nervous excitement as they wonder how you will respond. Every time they imagine calling you, they feel a rush of emotions, fear, hope, desire, all colliding in a beautiful storm. They feel an overwhelming need to reach out to you, to break through the silence and make that connection they have been dreaming of. The thought of you fills them with both a sense of fear and an undeniable sense of urgency, and they know it's time to call. They are so close to calling you, their heart racing with both excitement and fear, wondering what will happen next. Every thought of you is a spark that ignites their soul, and now they are ready to let that fire burn by reaching out to you. Their heart races with every second that passes, knowing they are one step closer to making the call they've been so desperate to make. They feel an intense pull toward you, like gravity itself is urging them to take that final step and hear your voice again. The thought of you consumes their every waking moment, and the idea of calling you is the only thing on their mind. The nervous excitement inside them builds with every passing second as they stand on the edge of reaching out to you. Their world has felt incomplete without you, and now with every thought of you, they are drawn to make that connection they crave. There's a fire inside them, burning hotter with each thought of you, urging them to call and make that long-awaited connection. Every moment without you feels unbearable, and they know the only way to ease the ache is by hearing your voice once more. They wonder if you're feeling the same urgency, the same pull toward them, and they're on the verge of finding out. They've waited long enough, and now the moment has arrived when they can no longer resist the urge to call you. The silence between you feels deafening to them, and every second that passes only intensifies their need to hear your voice. They're filled with anticipation, imagining how it will feel when you finally pick up, knowing that their call will bridge the distance between you. Their heart pounds in their chest, each beat reminding them that it's time to reach out and make the connection they have been longing for. They've fought the urge to reach out, but now with each passing thought of you, it becomes clear. It's time to finally call. The call they've been holding back is becoming impossible to ignore, and they're ready to take the leap and see what happens next. They feel a sense of urgency like never before, their thoughts swirling with the hope that at this moment will finally bring you back together. Their mind is a mix of emotions, excitement, fear, anticipation, wondering if you'll feel the same spark when they reach out.